I wasted 8 years training 6 days a week, and those 6-day splits were killing my progress the entire time. And if you're anything like I was, you genuinely believe the guys who look good are in the gym every single day. That if you're only training 3 days a week, you're basically not trying. That more is always better. And that belief cost me 8 years of results. I've been a personal trainer for 11 years, delivered over 8,500 one-to-one PT sessions, and trained myself for over 14 years. And the most common thing I see holding people back isn't laziness, it's this exact belief. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 3 mistakes that came from this belief, the exact ones I made for 8 years, and the ones I see holding back almost every person that comes to me still. And mistake 1 is the one that surprises people the most. And once you hear it, you'll never actually look at training the same way again. So mistake 1, thinking more sessions means more muscle. Here's the thing nobody told me when I started training. Imagine you're trying to get a tan. You go outside for an hour on a sunny day, you get some colour, great. So you think, 1 hour gave me that, 6 hours will give me 6 times the tan. So you stay out all day and you don't get a better tan, you get burned. As I've definitely found out over the years. And that's exactly what's happening when you train 6 days a week and wonder why the results aren't coming. You've gone past the point where the stimulus is working for you and now it's working against you. I had a client who came to me last year who was training 5 days a week for the past 2 years. Decent guy, really committed. I mean, he never missed a session. And he looked almost identical to when he first started. He just wasn't seeing results anymore. We dropped him to 3 training days per week. And within just 12 weeks, he'd made more visible progress than he made in the last 2 years combined. He didn't need more training sessions. He needed to actually let the work he was already doing accumulate. He was under recovering, and there's a massive difference between the two. But here's what most people don't realize. Under recovering doesn't just slow your progress down. It quietly sets off a pattern for years, which most people don't even realize, and without ever even knowing why. And that's mistake number 2. But before we get there, if you're done with 6-day training splits and you want to save some time while actually getting lean and building muscle, I've built a 4-week soft to lean program, which is completely free, linked in the description. Mistake number 2 is ignoring the burnout cycle until it's too late. And let me tell you what 8 years of this actually look like for me. Monday to Saturday in the gym, every bulk, every cut, every attempt to get in shape, and every single time, it was the same pattern. First few weeks felt great. I was motivated, I was strong, I was showing up every day. Then around week 4 or 5, something would shift. Joints would start aching, sessions felt harder for no particular reason, strength was going backwards, and then one day, I just stopped. I took a month off, I came back, and did it all again. And it was the same result. And I genuinely thought the problem was my mentality, that I just wasn't cut out for it. And the people who look the best on Instagram and YouTube just had a different way about them. And maybe they had something I didn't. But here's what I realized years later. Every time I took that month off, I came back feeling fresher, stronger, moving better than before. And I used to think that was because of the rest. But actually, it was proof that rest was the thing I needed all along. I wasn't failing because I lacked discipline. I was failing because I was treating recovery like it was optional. And it's not optional. It's the whole point. And then the moment that clicked, I made one change that went against everything that I believed about training. And that's mistake number 3, which is treating recovery it's optional. So in 2022, I came back to gym work after 2 years of endurance work through the Ironman and my Edinburgh Marathon. And I had a decision to make about how to structure my training. Old me would have jumped straight back into 5 or 6 days, chest day, back day, legs, everything else. Instead, I did 3 full body sessions per week. And I told myself I'd give it 12 weeks. And the results were better than anything I produced in the previous 8 years of gym training. Not just slightly better, they were noticeably better. And the honest reason why is pretty simple. For the first time in my whole training life, I was letting the work I was doing in the gym actually produce into something. Every session I'd push really hard with a lot of intensity, and then I went home, recover for 48 hours before hitting another gym session. It's like sending a text and giving someone time to reply before you send another one. When I was training 6 days a week, I was basically sending 50 texts a day and wondering why I wasn't getting a response. 3 training days gave me the reply I'd been waiting 8 years for. But even though you now understand why 6-day splits are holding you back, even with the right training frequency, most people can't stay consistent. Not because the program is wrong, but because there's 2 specific reasons which are holding most people back. And it's got nothing to do with how many days you train. And if you recognize yourself in literally anything I've said throughout this video somewhere over here explains exactly what those 2 things are. So go watch that now.